Hello out there.
Hey, y'all.
Get in here. This is Chef Bee and Andrea Abisi Blanton.
Hey, y'all.
Yes, today we are coming together and we are going to be preparing some breakfast. Late breakfast. It's really brunch. Yeah.
Lunch brunch.
We got some stuff from the farmers market. Just real simple. So we're just showing you how to throw something together for a real quick brunch. A lot of leftovers. And we're going to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Right? All right. Come on.
So
what we going to do today? So let's get some of the things. Yeah, let's bring it over here.
So first, we got some Egyptian spinach. Not sure if you all have heard of it before. I got it from Grant Park Farmers Market with Farmer Chris from A4 Farms. I'm not a big spinach person. I don't know about you.
I love spinach.
So what I like about this, and Chef B pointed out, it sort of has like a wild taste to it. So it grows, it started out in Northeast Africa.
And
so,
what we could do is just kind of show folks this. So, you think about your spinach, it's very leafy. Mm-hmm. But if you look at this, there's, I would say it's leafy also, but it's very viney almost. Yeah. It's very viney.
So it has a more of a flavorful taste to it. Sometimes I get a little okra taste to it,
mm-hmm.
A little sliminess.
Hey, folks, I see y'all out there. I see you, Patty Huberty. I see you, Omi Sade. Greetings, greetings. Thanks for joining us.
So with this, we rinsed it off, make sure it was clean, and then we're just gonna, Chef B, put a little oil at the bottom of the pan.
Yep. So I'm gonna give this to you. Come close. Okay. There you go, and do your thing. All right. So while she's doing that, I'm gonna actually grab a few more of the things that we're gonna add. I'm gonna make some sauteed mushrooms today, and I'm just gonna bring those a little bit closer so that we have them. Okay. Yeah, let's put them all in. So what I did was we turned on the heat and we used a little bit of sesame oil and a little bit of avocado oil. Okay? Just to give it some like that little nutty flavor.
Okay.
Kind of good, right?
Yeah.
And we have all these spices here, so whatever you need.
So I typically just add a little salt, and if I'm feeling real bossy, some cayenne. Because
awesome. Okay.
I usually pair it with some flavorful additions, which we'll do in a little while.
You want me to add it now? Or
yeah.
You want me to wait? All right, so this is, and I use the red Himalayan salt because it has a lot of trace minerals, which is really good for you. And it's not as salty as table salt. So we really like this. Maybe like 2 pinches,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. That's perfect.
Good. Yep. You need anything else? You want some pepper or
You can spice it up how you like. I don't know if you got a little pepper or...
Okay. So, y'all, I like to go to the farmer's market and I like to get like the whole pepper.
Okay.
I like to actually crack the pepper on the spot because all those oils come out.
Okay.
And it's just wonderful. So what we're gonna do is, I have my little grinder here, and I'm just going to crush these peppers because then you really just get like the wonderful. And this is white pepper.
Love white pepper. Never had it as fresh.
Yeah.
I've always had it.
So it loses its flavor if you have it already grounded.
Okay.
So we don't want to do that, right?
I just learned something.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're turning this up just so that we can get that little sizzle. And you also mentioned some heat, so I have some red pepper.
Yeah, please.
Want some red pepper? Mm-hmm. So this is just some grounded red pepper. This one's a little bit harder to crush, so we'll just do that. And then anything else you want?
Simple, because we got some. I'm looking forward to what you got.
Okay. Yes. And then what we'll do is we'll put everything on a plate. So Abisi is pretty awesome because, there's all of these different farmers markets here in the city. Mm-hmm. And on Sunday, we have the Grant Park Farmers Market. And she's one of our chefs at the Grant Park Farmers Market. And I called her up today because I was looking at her IG page, her Instagram page, and she had these awesome wonton figgies. So it was vegan. It was wonton wrappers, but she had the cashew cheese and figs because figs are in season. So figs, and they look so good. So I was like, man, won't you come on through? Let's build and let's have some fun in the kitchen. I always want to have fun in the kitchen. Yes.
I appreciate the invitation.
Yes.
Chef Bee's like a big sister.
Yes. Spelman alum, by the way. Spelman. I'm all like Spelman up right now. I'm feeling Spelman because my niece, she just started Spelman this year, and I'm just overwhelmed and overjoyed with all that goodness. Yes. All right. So I'm going to actually put it in here. Right, matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a plate. Let me go get a plate.
So I'm just stirring this up. I told Chef B I like mine a little crispy, but we got some leftovers that Chef B had heated up earlier for us in the skillet that has a little crunch to it. So I guess I'll get that crunch fixed. But again, Egyptian spinach, it grows in dry heat longer than regular spinach, but has the same components as regular spinach in a sense of like vitamins and minerals, and it's great foliage again.
Let me taste. Can I just grab it?
Please.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
Yeah, I love it.
I like that.
I try not to eat the whole bag, but
this is wonderful.
It's so tasty.
And then we're going to show you what this looks like. We're going to show you what this looks like. This is beautiful. And actually what we can do is just add a little bit of sesame seeds on top of this.
Oh, yes.
Let's do that. All right, so let's get a little bit more oil. Just a little bit more oil. Let's go down here in this cabinet. So what I'm going to do, y'all, this is what it looks like. I'm going to actually garnish this with a little bit of sesame seeds. So let me just run and get this.
Corner of the oil.
All right, so here we go. This is my sesame seeds. Boom. And that's the final product. Simple, 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 right? All right, so now I'm going to turn up the heat on this. The next thing that we're going to do to add to this dish is we're going to actually saute up some mushrooms. Yeah, we're going to actually use the onions. So we have some green onions that's already cut up. We have our mix of this is oyster mushrooms. We have cremini in here. We have shiitake mushrooms and just like some button mushrooms. And we're going to just saute them up a little bit, and then just add a little bit of flavor to it. Hey, Patty, I see you. Awesome. So before we do that, though, I'm just going to add a little bit of this. This is grapeseed oil. And so I'm not going to turn up the heat like really, really high, maybe like 4, 3, because I'm doing like a light saute. And I was telling Abisi, I don't like to wash my pans because I like all that good flavor inside of my pan. I just wanted to just kind of continue on. And when you wash it, kind of losing all the wonderfulness. All right, so that's what we're going to do. And then what we're going to do here is add in, these are just some green onions. All right. We're going to add in some green onions. And I usually push it off to the side where the oil is, just so that we can get it on. And then you smell that already?
It smells good.
Smells yummy. All right. So while that's doing its thing, then I'm going to add in my mushrooms. All right? Yeah. Yep. And I'm going to actually bring this over here so you can see this. All right. And what we're going to do is just saute this up. It's just so versatile. I know, there's some parts of the world where they braise mushrooms for hours. But really, you can eat mushrooms just like that. You don't have to even cook them, right? You can eat them raw. But it's a wonderful protein. They have a lot of nutrients in them. And for those of us who don't like to eat meat, it's a really awesome substitute for meat, right? Because it has a lot of that that texture. And BC and I were talking about some other mushrooms that you don't often find in the supermarket, oyster mushrooms and lion's mane. And these are more like wild mushrooms that people harvest themselves and sell. And they're the bomb. I mean, it's so good. It's so, so good. So what I'm going to also do to kind of add a little bit of flavor to this, I'm going to add a little bit of liquid amino. Just like a little swash. That's it. just a little splash, because mushrooms, they have a lot of, they're very porous. So what they do is, absorbs all the flavor. So you really don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. All right. So this looks wonderful. And then I'm going to also add in a little bit of tarragon. All right. This is dried tarragon. Now, I didn't have any fresh tarragon, but I'm going to use dried tarragon here. And I mean, once again, it's amazing. It smells really, really good. And I got a little secret ingredient.
What's the secret?
It's like the middle of the day. We're going to put a little champagne in there.
Okay, then. Turn up.
We're going to put a little champagne.
So what does the champagne do for it?
You'll see. The champagne gives this amazing just richness. It's so good. So just a splash. Just a splash. All right? So where's my champagne? Boom.
Oh, sorry.
And I was out with some friends, and they're like, "You want this?" And I don't drink like that. I really don't, but I do sometimes add.
Okay.
I do add a little bit of something to my something. So we're just going to add a little of that in there. Excuse me.
Okay, I've never cooked with champagne.
Are you serious?
No, my dad cooks with beer all the time. But I'm excited to see how
it really gives this amazing flavor. And
delicious.
Oh my gosh, I think you're gonna like this. So I'm gonna show the viewers. I see Zakali, my girl from South Africa.
Oh, wow.
Zilaba, I see you, Zilaba. I see you. All the way in South Africa.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
this is Spelman alum.
Okay.
We went to Spelman together. Yes, so this is pretty much done. This is almost done. All right, so let's see what this looks like. All right, and then we're about to actually plate this, okay? All right. So tell them a little bit about the market. Come over here.
So there are several markets through Atlanta. The one that I'm at is the Grant Park Farmers Market. Chef Bee was actually one of the original educational chefs for the market scene.
I'm not going. I'm just taking a break.
She's taking a break. She's working on offerings for all of y'all. And so the market that I'm at, Grant Park Farmers Market, is on Sundays from 9 to 1. Directly on the same street as the zoo. If you haven't been, it's over about 50 vendors. And so what I do, I come in the morning of I'm never quite sure what I'm gonna make. I just have an idea of what's seasonal, what's local, what the farmers have for that day. So figs have been in for a few weeks. There's also, of course, heirloom tomatoes, all varieties, all colors. There's melons right now.
There we go. We're back.
So what I like so Chef Bee's getting this avocado together for our topping, some extra fat.
Absolutely.
Healthy fat.
This is the good stuff, yep.
And so
I'm going to garnish the mushrooms with the avocado.
So what I like about the market, and I'm sure Chef Bee can attest to it as she's growing food in her backyard for her meal preps, is that the fresh produce tastes...
It's just different.
It's just so much livelier than food that we might get at the store that's been packaged or processed. And it has more enzymes in there. And I also love meeting the person who grew the food.
Yeah.
So it's putting a name and a face to the person whose spirit has touched the produce that I'm going to feed myself and my family.
But the other thing is, and I always talk to folks about energy. Your food, when you're making food, even when I'm preparing food for people, it's an energy with the food. If someone's growing your food, there's an energy with the food. And if you can connect with the person who grew your spinach or grew your herbs, you're connecting with their energy. And, why get stuff from all the way in California when you can actually get some of the same things right here in Atlanta? We have all these local urban farms right here in the city. I want my carbon footprint to be reduced.
True.
And so that's part of the experience of the farmers market, really connecting with the folks who are taking the time to nourish you. All right, so we are there. So we're going to actually show you what this looks like. This is the final. I just cut up some avocados. Can y'all see that? And we have the sauteed mushrooms. We have the spinach. I had some fried rice from last night's dinner. So this fried rice, it has edamame. It has some bora. It has some purple cabbage, brown rice. Yummy. So we're about to feast. Thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate you. Enjoy your Monday, and hopefully you can try something here. This is a different kind of brunch. No meat, no pancakes here, no waffles here, but real whole foods. And we want you to try eating more whole foods. All right? So we'll see you guys soon, and have a good Monday. Peace.